Okay, hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone doing great. I'm Yashwant Narikmalli. Welcome to the another informative session in my channel. Today we are going to learn PLSQL in database management system. Okay, don't waste the time. We'll start our video. Let's start sharing the PPT. I hope it is visible. Yeah. Now we'll start the PPT. As I said, today we are discussing about the PLSQL. What do you mean by PLSQL? PLSQL is nothing but procedural language extension to SQL. What do you mean by procedural language extension to SQL? It is a programming language that enables to integrate procedural constructs with SQL in your database. As you know, in lab, while we are executing the SQL commands, we are able to write either one line commands. Only one line command is we are able to write. Like, let's say I want to fetch details from a particular table at particular instant. Let's say I want to fetch a particular student name from the students table. And as well as I want to fetch the address of the student. And then I want to fetch mobile number of that student parent. I want to do all these three at once. If I want to do these three things at once in SQL, it is not possible. I have to do a query first to fetch the student, or next I have to fetch the student address, and then I have to fetch student parent mobile number one by one query at a time. Now, if we add this programming feature to the SQL, then we can fetch all the details at once without any hesitation. How is it possible? This PLSQL helps us to add the programming features to the SQL by writing different kinds of blocks. In PLSQL, we call code as a PLSQL code or a PLSQL block. In exams also, the examiner will ask you, write a PLSQL block or write a PLSQL code. It is a small program. Block, we call it as a block of code, a piece of code. PLSQLs are the blocks of codes. Whereas coming to the SQL, a examiner will ask you like, write a SQL command to fetch the details, or write a SQL query to fetch the student details. Like this, the examiner will ask. Here, in this PLSQL, we'll write the code in the form of blocks. Like, there is a specific rules and restriction to write the PLSQL blocks. We'll discuss in the next slide. How to write the PLSQL blocks. See, we'll start with the blocks. Blocks is the basic unit in the PLSQL. Here in this PLSQL, there is two types of blocks. One is a named block. Another one is a anonymous block. We'll see the structure of the block. What is the structure of the block? We'll define the block with a declare. It's a keyword which is used to declare a variables. Next, the next keyword is used to begin. Declare is a keyword which is used to declare variables, cursors, triggers, user-defined exceptions. All these things will be declared in this declare block. Declare keyword after declare keyword. Next, begin. This is a keyword which is used to start the executable code. The executable code or the business logic, you can call all these things. After begin only we will start the real calculations of the code or the real purpose of the code. In this begin, we write PLSQL statements. Next, after writing some code or some business logic, then exception block comes. Then exception. Exception is nothing but unexpected errors or runtime errors, actions to perform when error occurs. This exception block which helps us to write what to do when the error appears. And the last one, end. Out of these four keywords, two are mandatory and two are optional. Optional ones are declare is optional. We can directly declare in the begin. Next one, exception handling. Exception keyword is also optional one. If you feel that there is an error in the block of code, then we can add the exceptions in the block. If you don't feel that there is no exceptions in this block, feel free to skip that exception. It is not a mandatory one. We'll see as you know, exception. Now you understood exception handling as well. Exception handling is nothing but handling the unexpected errors or the runtime errors of a block, PLSQL block. We'll see what do you mean by exception handling with an example. See here, the division of two numbers without exception. See here, I declared a number. In PLSQL, the declaration is different from the other programming language. Basically, other programming language we declare with the data type, variable name, and the value. Here, in the declaration, either data type, in general programming languages, we use data type, variable to declare a variable. Whereas coming to this PLSQL, here we'll declare with a variable first and then data type next. See, num1 is a variable, number is a data type. Like I declared two variables here, three variables. One is a num1, num2. Next one is a div underscore result. Here the three variables, I'm storing the result in the div underscore result. Next, we'll start with the begin keyword. Here I am assigning a values to these variables we declared in the declare section. Num1 value is 10. Here, to assign a value to this particular variable, we are using, generally in programming languages, we use the single equals. Assigning operator, single equal, the purpose of the single equal to is the assigning operator in the general programming languages. Whereas coming to the PLSQL, we have to use colon equal to. Colon equal to is assigning operator in the PLSQL block. Here we are assigning 10 to this variable called num1, 0 to the num2. Now we are dividing these two. Anything divided by 0 is infinite. We can't get the answer. Computer cannot display the infinite value. Okay, we'll discuss. Next, the print statement. Usually in for example, C programming languages, print statement is printf. In Java, it is system.out.println. Whereas coming to the PLSQL, we have a print statement called DBMS underscore output dot put underscore line. This is the print statement. Inside the print statement, I have given the comment. Sorry, not comment in the double quotations. I have given a text called division. Division is. And then pipe symbols will help to concat both the text and the variable value. Div underscore result. Here the result is infinite. Anything is divided by 0 is infinite. Everybody know that infinite, the computer cannot show the infinite value. It will show it is an error program, exception will throw. If I write like this, the output should be this. It is showing some error at the line 1. Line 1, it is correct. Even though line 1 is correct, it is showing still error in line 1. This is the issue. We can handle this kind of exceptions by using exception handling. How we can handle this using exception? This program without exception we have written and we have run. In that case, we are running, it is showing that error in the line 1. Declare. It is the correct thing, we didn't do any mistake. Coming to the next slide, here I have written a code with the exception handling. See, same as it is. I have given declare first, declare 3 variables with a number data type, and then assign the same values 10 and 0. I have done the division between the num1 and the num2. I stored in the value in div underscore result variable. I tried to print it. After that, I have written an exception block. This exception will help you to find the error, catch the error. See here the keyword called when others then. When others then is a any other value then other than any value. It means we are asking to print an error occurred to say what is the significance of error, what is the description about the error. We use SQL ERRM. It is a function. This function will find the description which is related to this ORA 01476, this code. See, the output is an error occurred, colon, some error code, and the code description. The description is visible only when we are giving this SQL ERRM. Okay, thank you for watching video. I'm signing off. Thank you once again.